Okay, happy Thursday, and I'm back. So, as you can see, I'm back in the UK in my own little room, so that's really awesome. I came back I flew in on Monday morning from South Africa and just made it in time through the red list and didn't have to quarantine in a hotel for 2 weeks, which is absolutely epic. So, I'm back home with my family. It's really nice to be back. And yeah, so it's like just very grateful to have been able to spend time back home and just being in that energy of South Africa and then coming back here again to my husband and my kid. Um, so I then woke up on Tuesday morning and I had an email in my inbox to say that the article about being a star seed was in the Daily Mail that day. So I was like, what? Fuck. So that was quite cool. So a good way to start my week, just as I like put my energy back into the country, boom, that happened. So that was really beautiful. So it was also really quite amazing to, and I'll share the link to the article as well. But it's so amazing to see mainstream media starting to talk about all the woo-woo stuff that I love and that so many of us love, and like especially about starseeds. And it's really nice. Also, I could speak about my books mentioned in the article as well. So it was really quite cool to get that out there, and really also grateful just for Sarah from Indigo Soul PR just for like working so hard to get our stories out there. So it's really awesome. But the one thing that it did do, and it kind of like knocked me for a six, was that a few months ago I set the intention when my book came out for my work to be more visible, to be more seen. And then this obviously happened. But when I set the intention, I think I set the intention. I didn't really think about like where could this go, like what could actually happen, and who could actually get to see about my book, right? And then this happened, and this is it's a big publication. It's a national newspaper. It's got a big presence, and I was just like, in that moment is when you just someone feels like someone's kicked you in the stomach because you've gone, okay, I've written a book, I'm visible, like everyone knows my story now, they know how freaking like weird I am and all that shit. And then it's just like, okay, but now the universe goes and let's take it another level and let the whole country see how crazy Yolandi is and like everything that she's passionate about, and like just expose me a little bit more. So it was quite interesting for me because I mean, for me, like if you've been watching my videos, if you follow me, I'm all about like being myself, being my authentic self. That's really what I want to promote in the world, is for people to be seen. And that's been my biggest journey, is to be seen. And Tuesday was really like one of those moments where the universe went, well, are you ready to be seen? And I put myself into that situation, obviously agreeing to the article and doing all of the stuff. Um, but it was a bit of a shock to the system when it actually happened. We're always setting intentions, and it's just like, sure, they happen, but this felt like big, right? But that moment of fear, that moment of like, I literally had to, like, I was messaging with some of my friends and I was just like, fuck, I just need to breathe because this feels so big that this thing is out there. And to be seen, like to be really seen. So that visibility thing is something I think that we is so woven into our physical beings and into our bodies and stuff. And every time you up level a little bit more, it's like you have to kind of rejig your perception about like being seen. How do you feel about it? And you have to step a little bit more into your power, because now obviously there's people with opinions and people are messaging me and talking to me and all sorts of stuff. And now it's just like, okay, well, I'm really going to be in my truth now, because being visible is about being in your truth. And I think for so many of us, especially entrepreneurs in the woo woo world and like all of our different beliefs and stuff, like the minute you allow yourself to be seen, it gets scary. It gets really scary. But if you are rooted in your truth, and if you are really standing behind what you believe, it does help. And there are going to be moments of that like extreme like fear, like I felt on Tuesday when it all came out and I felt like just really overwhelmed. But it was like, but you wanted this. This is what you want. You've been working towards being visible for for like 10 years now. This is like, you know, this is basically exactly what you've been craving on a soul level, is for messages and your work and stuff to be seen. So my question to you today is like, your visibility, like allowing yourself to be seen, how does that feel for you? Because I know for me, it's been such a journey to get into that space of allowing myself to be seen, but underlying it is my truth, right? And it's like allowing my truth to be seen. And I think, I mean, this is really important, because if you are struggling with being seen, if you're struggling with like the world looking at you, or spreading your message, or putting yourself out there, like where are you in your truth? Because that's the one thing that feels to me like it is the foundation of being seen. Okay, I had my wobble on Tuesday, but like by the afternoon, I was just like, but dude, like you wrote a fucking book about your beliefs, right? Like you are, that's your whole truth. That was literally like my entire truth out, like for the world to see. And so any fears that I might have felt on Tuesday morning about like being seen, it's like literally remember what my truth is. So if you are feeling in that space where you're going, oh my God, I don't want to be seen, I don't want people to recognize me, I don't want people to know what I'm doing, if you're like cloak and daggering your woo-woo work and what you believe in and all of that, is that really your truth? And like, where are you? Like, how do you feel about that? Because for me, that was a big realization this week, was like, that is my truth that I'm sharing with the world, and I'm good on it. Like I'm literally, I'm there like a bear, right? Like I will tell anyone anything they want to know about Starseeds, because it really is my truth. It's like in my body, it's my truth, right? So take a moment to find out what is your actual truth, because maybe the reason that you're not out there and scared to be out there is because you're not 100% firm on trusting yourself and believing in what you are wanting to give to the world and what you want to share. So what if there's maybe something for you to look at there to go, do I really believe this? Is this really what I feel? Or am I doing this because everyone else is doing this? Or am I doing this because someone else think I should be doing this? Or what is your truth? And I think when we are firm in our truth, it takes away the fear of people looking at us, because that's who I am. My feet's rooted on this earth. This is what my belief is. And I'm not saying that it won't change, because obviously we're going through a constant evolution of our truths as we discover more about ourselves. And if I look at my truth now versus my truth 2 years ago, a year ago, it keeps on shifting. But I'm always in that space of like owning it, right? Like I'm always in that space. So are you owning your truth? And do you know what your truth is? And is that maybe where the disconnect to being seen is at for you? Okay. And if it is, then you need to sit with this. You need to start going, well, what is it that I would literally put my head on a block for that? Like I believe so strongly in my work. I believe in what I'm giving people. I believe in what I am creating. I believe in how I'm showing up. And if I do that, then it's good. Then I can be seen because I am in my truth. Okay. So take some time. And if you're not sure, if you need to speak to someone, like book a session with me. Let's go through this and see where's your truth at. Where are you not 100% in alignment with your beliefs, so that it makes you scared? Because for me, for a long time, it was like, well, what if someone didn't believe me, or what if someone didn't agree with my truth? And at the end of the day, like through everything that I've learned over these last few years, it's like, it's not about them. It's not about them believing what I believe. It's never about anyone believing what you believe. It's about you believing what you believe. What other people think about your truth doesn't matter. None of it matters. Okay, the only one who has to be 100% in alignment is you with your soul. You need to be in alignment. And if you are not, you need to check it out. Because until you are fully in alignment with all of you, with everything, it's going to be hard to show up. It's going to be hard to be seen. It's going to be hard and scary for you to be out there and like completely open yourself up. And there's always going to be dissonance, and that's where it's going to be hard, and things are going to feel like it's like like they showed, like they're going, like it's mucky and it's like pulling, and because all of this is supposed to be open-heartedness. Okay, I speak about like soul-led revolution. We're leading from our souls now. That's where our truths are. So we better own this. Okay, so find yourself there. Find yourself in that space where you're going, yes, this is who I am. This is what my soul wants. Okay, and it doesn't have to be 100% clear. It's a process. Okay, you are getting there all the time, little by little by little, but you have to hone in. You have to go, okay, cool, this is what I really believe, because then it is so much easier to be seen. Okay, so that's basically my story for today. And the best place, and my one thing that I can say about all of this, being back in my truth for the last few years, is that it's always from your soul, it's always from your heart, it's always from the center part of you. So when you close your eyes and you feel into it and it feels open, that's when it is your truth. When you say something to yourself and you're like if I say to myself, I'm a starseed, there's no resistance. If I say to myself, you know, I am powerful and I'm connected with the earth and I'm connected with the stars, it's all open. There's no resistance in my body to it. Okay. If I had to say, I want brown hair, like my whole body does this, right? Because I want blue hair. So just, it's a simple example, but you need to start feeling into your body, into your truth, into what it is that you want. Okay. Who are you really underneath all of this conditioning and ideas that you hold of what you think other people want you to be, how you need to show up in the world? Because you just need to show up as you. You just need to show up as the realist version of yourself. It's very simple. I know it's complicated, but that's basically the essence of it. To get there is the journey. Okay, to get there into that space. And there's always going to be hiccups, and there's always going to be stuff that's going to make you go, like it did with me this week. But it's fine. Like, we work through it, we just move through it, and then we just continue. Okay, and we're always just moving even deeper and deeper and deeper into who we really are. Okay, so yeah, that's my 2 cents worth for this week. And I will post a link to the article, so please do go and have a read, and yeah, enjoy. And if you need any support on being more visible, if you need any support on like showing yourself and getting back into your truth, give me a shout. Book a guidance session with me, and let's talk, and let's get you back into that space of that complete alignment within yourself. Okay, so have a magical Thursday, and yeah, I'll see you next week.